today, the president called what's happening in Syria the slaughter of innocents. And we got a heartbreaking picture in the newsroom today that showed us just what he meant. Near the town of Hama, 2 families, 18 people, many children, were shot to death. The rebels said the Syrian army did this. We can't verify that because reporters are banned from the country. 2 reporters who got in were killed earlier this week. As you know, a freedom movement rose up a year ago against the Assad dictatorship. And after Russia and China vetoed a UN resolution this month that called on Bashar al-Assad to step down, he apparently decided that this was his chance to crush the rebels. President Obama said this today.
It is absolutely imperative for the international community to rally and send a clear message to President Assad that it is time for a transition. It is time for that regime to move on, and it is time to stop the killing of Syrian citizens by their own government.
That's the message the Secretary of State took today to a remarkable meeting of 70 countries that got together in Tunisia to find a way to stop Assad. Wyatt Andrews is there.
Secretary of State Clinton, in the harshest rhetoric she's used so far, warned both Assad and his arms suppliers, including Russia, that the death and suffering of innocent people has to end now.
If the Assad regime refuses to allow this life-saving aid to reach people in need, it will have even more blood on its hands. And so too will those nations that continue to protect and arm the regime.
The secretary also said Russia and China shared the blame for the violence by blocking a UN resolution that would have condemned Assad.
It is just despicable, and I ask, whose side are they on? They are clearly not on the side of the Syrian people.
On the question of what happens if Assad refuses to budge, the Saudis were blunt. Asked if the rebels should be supplied with arms, Saudi Foreign Minister Saud al-Faisal said yes.
I think it's an excellent. Why? Because they have to protect themselves.
The conference in Tunis was staged as a global show of outrage. There were new pledges of financial sanctions against the Syrian regime and a show of who might replace Bashar al-Assad. In what amounted to an international debut, the exile group, Syrian National Congress, was invited to form a transitional government for the day Assad leaves. We sat down with the president of the SNC, Burhan Ghaliun, who in his normal life is a professor of politics at the Sorbonne University in Paris. Are you potentially the next president of Syria? I am the first person, Ghaliun says, to put themselves on the line representing the Syrian revolution until the regime falls. The conference ended on a demand that Assad allow in emergency food and medicine immediately. And now, with the world allied against him, Scott, this is simple. It's his move.
Wyatt Andrews reporting tonight from Tunisia. Wyatt, thank you.